This is Tom Jackson, and you're watching Bronco Planet.
Go Broncos!
You're watching Bronco Planet.
Ah, yes. Well, looky here, what do we have? Another pretty thing ready for me to grab. But little does she know that I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. Cause at the end of the night, it is her I'll be holding. I love you so, hey, that's what you'll say. You'll tell me, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never stay. So every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run away, baby, before I put my spell on you. You better get away, darling, cause everything you heard is true. Your poor little heart will end up alone, cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. Ah, yeah. Well, let me think, what should I do? So many eager young bunnies that I'd like to pursue. Now even though they're eating out the palm of my hand, there's only one carrot and they all gotta share it. I love you so, hey, that's what you'll say. You'll tell me, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never stay. So every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run away, baby, before I put my spell on you. You better get away, darling, cause everything you heard is true. Your poor little heart will end up alone, cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run.
Well, hey there, folks. It's Bronco Planet. Here we are, 7-1 guys, in another Bronco victory, 45-21 over the Washington Redskins. Shad, why don't you just start with introducing our special guest star this week?
Oh, yeah, we grew up with this Jaboni way back in the day. Another Estes Park crony of ours. Larkin here, went to the game, flew in from
courtesy clap
California.
there. Yep.
We want to get a little outside perspective on those Broncos.
Sure.
So, Larkin, your first game at least this season. I know you've been watching on DirecTV over there, but
Yes.
tell me a little bit about what you thought, the atmosphere, Peyton Manning. What's your game thoughts?
Well, took my kids to their first Bronco game ever.
Okay.
Flew a lot of 1,000 miles, spent a lot of $1,000, and the first half I thought about leaving. I thought it was one of the worst halves of Bronco ball I've ever seen. I tried to convince the kids that in football and in life things can get better if you hang in there, but I wasn't believing it.
You know, that's a good point, and let's just talk about this, guys. The first half of this football game, other than the first series of this football game, pretty pathetic. Got you, chewing some fingernails down to the old nubs here, Shaddy. How nervous were you, and when did you think this thing was going to turn around?
Well, I wasn't nervous at all. I was all kinds of pissed, though. I just don't get how this team cannot get it together in the first half. Now, it's great. It adds to the excitement. You come back in the second half. But, I mean, it was really sloppy. It was disappointing. And then I thought, well, all right, here's what we do. We come out in the third quarter. We start, put it into gear. And then a couple drives in the third quarter. That's when I was like, this is ridiculous. So, but as always, it doesn't always have to be the prettiest game. Another Peyton Manning game. The last few have been a little so-so, and yet we managed to score over, 35, 40 points every time where Peyton Manning continues to just dominate this league. Guys, here's a little stat for you. Peyton Manning, we're at the break. We're at the break.
Sure.
He's 81 yards short of 3,000 yards, and he's 29 touchdowns. I mean, that's
uncanny.
That's a career kind of season for 80% of the NFL quarterbacks, and Peyton Manning does it like nobody's business. So, and then you got to have been excited about Jack Del Rio's defense. Finally wakes up and starts showing some of their potential.
Let's just talk about party, because it was a party. That's why our friend here, Larkin, came into this show. Let's talk about the Von Miller party. Von Miller finally showing up to the party, Larkin.
Well, I think Vonnie, he's still getting his feet under him. He's been watching Woodyard have a good season, and Miller wants to be the stud of the NFL. I think he wants to be up there. He wants to be J.J. Watt. He wants to be that, and he was. Now he's trying. Last game wasn't great. First half of this game sucked, and but he gets his gears turning, and he's taking on double teams sometimes. He's doing his swim move and stuff. I mean, Von wants to be the man, and I think somebody got an ass chewing at halftime. probably many people.
Right.
But I think Vaughn kind of does his own butt chewing on himself, and he got fired up. And I mean, he's as good as they are right now.
Something. If there's one guy that on this show that's been pretty critical of Von Miller, it's this guy right here talking about where's he at. We're calling this guy milk carton because he hasn't showed up, and all of a sudden, he's back in the ball game, making a difference, making some things actually happen. As a whole, Shad, we've been a little critical by rights of the Denver defense this week. Kind of, even though there was some poor sloppy play, but all as a whole, a little bit better showing from the defense.
No, absolutely. I mean, you get everything you want. You got Derek Wolfe finally, right? Derek's done a great job of clogging the middle, but he does a good job of getting forcing a turnover. I mean, he picks one up, and he's doing a great job. You see Terrence Knighting puts all 500 pounds of pot roast right on RG3. Yeah. That was great. And DRC with the touchdown. And I've never seen a guy high step that many yards. A little nervous. Reminded me a little bit of the old Deion Sanders. So finally, interceptions. Chris Harris diving over everybody. That gets you excited. On the game, but Peyton Manning has a lot of interceptions. It doesn't happen often. It was great timing for that defense.
A little shout out too to Wesley Woodyard. And what a difference a couple of weeks make with and without Wesley Woodyard. I think he was a big play in this week. And moving forward, I think just as a whole, the Denver defense certainly showed some things that we have not yet seen. But again, we're talking about the Washington Redskins right now, and not the Indy Colts, or coming up here in the next couple of weeks, San Diego Chargers, a little bit more prolific offense, and of course Alex Smith and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, no, Woodyard's definitely a playmaker. It's a different ball game. And speaking of different ball games, not just your everyday sports shop, Bill's Sports Collectible. And Larkin, I know you and I have been going to Bill's since we were like
about
5 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the best place in Denver, and here's why.
From Elway to Manning, Bill Sports Collectibles has you covered like Chet Bailey. We've served dedicated Denver fans since 1981, providing the broadest range of rare and high-quality Broncos collectibles and memorabilia to the oldest and the youngest enthusiasts. For the best new and old school jerseys, player cards, souvenirs, bobbleheads, pennants, programs, or anything else you can think of, stop in and you'll see Bill's likely has it, and even more. We've even got a huge collection of authentic signed Broncos gear, perfect for the most serious collectors. We even feature bargain and blowout sale items to fit anybody's budget, but beware, they go fast. So whether you're looking to get a birthday gift, complete a card collection, or just replace your number 15 jersey with a number 18, Bill's has everything you need to fulfill your Denver Broncos needs. Bill's Sports Collectibles is the #1 spot for Denver Broncos fans.
When you think about Bill's Sports Collectible, there's another thing that you got to think about, folks. The prize monkey.
Prize monkey, that monkey's funky.
The Bronco Planet Prize Monkey isn't and never will be trademarked by Bronco Planet. Let's face it, monkeys are funny, but occasionally Prize Monkey goes crazy and starts doing copyrighted material such as the TiVo, the Funky Chicken, and Peanut Butter Jelly Time. All prizes are final. No takey-backies. We here at Bronco Planet recommend that you prize monkey responsibly.
The prize monkey, it's a big Denver win, of course. Each and every week when we have a nice win, we like to give out a nice prize. This week, we've got our own Vanna White here to show exactly what we have. A very, very nice Denver Broncos windbreaker, courtesy of
Brent Doggett.
Brent Doggett, the Ace Man, the guy who invented the twerk before twerking was even twerking. Very, very nice, Shad. How do we win this fabulous prize?
Well, it's pretty simple, Dan. I think we're at the midpoint of the season. I think it would be great to hear a little comment from you guys on your biggest disappointment so far at this half of the season. It shouldn't be many, for gosh sakes, 7-1. And what's been the thing you've been most excited about? That's all you got to do. You can put it on Facebook, Twitter, Bronco Planet. Heck, you can go down and write in the snow for all we care. In the snow, you're going to have this nice jacket. We're going to pick one of them. We'll wrap it off and announce it next week. Nice. So speaking of next week, we get ourselves a bye. All right,
something. Yeah.
Thank you, Brent, by the way.
It's that time of the year. When we get into preseason, we're all like, oh, it's preseason. We can't wait for the regular season. Regular season finally gets here, and we're all jacked up, and then we get slapped with the bye week, Shad.
Well, I think it's a good time. Peyton Manning. We had heard there's some rumors out there that old Peyton getting some shots for those ankles. Julius Thomas a little little banged up.
Right.
It's perfect too. You're right in the middle of the season. Sometimes you get a little too early, too late. Couldn't have been better for the Broncos than to come back, go on the road to San Diego. By the way, the Booster Club will be down at Jackson's last time this season, maybe some in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lorcan, what do you think what are you expecting from the Broncos? Because I know, speaking of San Diego, you were at that miraculous comeback game last year.
Let's talk about
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, like you were saying, Bronco game yesterday was tale of two halves. Season hopefully will be the same way. But yesterday, the first half of the game, the offense was horrible, defense was horrible. Don't forget, Peyton makes adjustments at halftime. The defense obviously did too. Del Rio's doing his homework too. Second half of the season, though, I think people forget that Elway did make bad throws. And as Elway got older, he'd throw across the middle late in the game.
3 in his career.
We saw some throws that Manning threw yesterday. Even our boy Manning, God bless him. 75,000 people collectively said, "What was he doing?"
Yeah.
So he doesn't do it often, but Manning knows when he makes a bad throw. He wants all those to go away. So second half of the season, he wants to be healthy. He wants to be sharp. And I think he's getting tired of, from the Dallas game on, Manning's had to work hard in the fourth quarter until late in the game. The Dallas game showed him. Dallas scored 49 points, and Manning doesn't need to score 50, 35. It's great he's breaking all the records, but I think he wouldn't mind a 21-3 Bronco game. I don't know, but.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I think what we really got to focus on, obviously, no matter how great we brag about our 7-1 record right now, we are not winning the AFC West. And so we've got some Kansas City games in the second half. You got to go play the Chargers. Who knows? Maybe Houston finds a way to somehow get it together. You got to go play there in the second half. So, hey, it's been great, right? You talk about all the stats. We've got to establish our running game. We saw Ronnie Hillman taking a seat in his street clothes, and well-deserved after the fumble. So I thought CJ came in and played okay. Monte Ball gets his first touchdown. Congratulations, rookie. So I think, get that established, because once that cold weather sets in the second half of the season, if all you're doing is relying on that pass, that makes you a little scared.
For sure, Shad. And honestly, I think the difference maker in this Denver Broncos season this year is going to be the next 3 weeks. You've got 4 weeks, when you talk about seeing San Diego once, at least the Chiefs twice. The Chiefs, a lot of yapping out there. They haven't had a real tough schedule. They're winning these games close. Denver's been blowing out, putting up 40 burgers each and every week. It should get very, very interesting in the next few weeks.
What's going to win? Higher-powered offense, great defense, and it should be a lot of fun. I feel very confident in the Broncos. Here's what worries me a little bit, guys, at this point.
Don't be worried.
Are we going to step it up in the playoffs? Is John Fox and that coaching staff, I don't know that I've seen enough to see that they can pull that team together in a critical, we're on the road or we're in the Super Bowl.
Almost now, Shad must win.
Yeah, these guys have got to be able to rally the team. And Peyton Manning, for as great a quarterback he is, numbers don't lie. And so I know we like to put the blinders on sometimes. He has not done well in cold weather. He has not done good in the playoffs. So it doesn't matter really. We got to position ourselves in the second half. But then we're going to be on pins and needles and see, can this coaching staff raise their game up, and can Peyton Manning have a little of that Elway swagger?
Well, and hopefully that swagger will definitely return. We have a couple weeks to certainly ponder all that. So until that happens, I'm Danny. This is Shad. This is Larkin. And you're watching Bronco Planet.